All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and our home team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now this throw caught left side. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
55's my guy, 55.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Look at me, zipper.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Shift. 6-6, pull it high. Bravo. Yeah.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Locke now on 1st down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And outbounds right around the 20. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
That one good for 33 and a first. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
He's coming. We got over. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let him know.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
We got 3. Go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go. Tighten up. Tighten it to 6. Pull it.
This is Bettis on the draw. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Staying open. 55's Mike, guys. 55.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Here we go. Set. Topper. Topper.
Saquon Barkley running right. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Dolphins 10, Crusaders nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now a give running left. It's Bettis. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. Back to throw here. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Check. Fresno. Kill. Switch.
Here's a second and 7. And he's got it. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That's another San Diego first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
We own them. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 22, check, Bama. Back 22, check, Bama.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Good. We got 4.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Go!
On second down, here's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Right here, guys. Go. Mike 51. Hey, let's get there.
They'll try a toss here to Bettis.
I'm coming after you.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Face. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. That's it. 51's a Mike, boy, 51. 51's a Mike, 51. Rip right, rip right.
Second and 13. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Brings up second and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3.
218, chop it. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, orbit. Hey. Army. Okay, lock it, hit it.
Lock to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a third and 3. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Check, roll out.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Check, butt set. Check, butt set.
Second and 10. Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Hey, wahoo. Go. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Let's go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the defense. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Showing it. 56. Pull it. Come on. Zip it. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
You don't want none. He get it. Chug. Mike 55. Go. Let's go, D. Switch gears. You go tight. You got tight.
He'll look to throw. This one complete to Smallwood. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
It's fourth down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied. tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Now to the air. Lock. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Watch the air. Undercut.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Squeeze. Check three.
2nd and 5 now. Lock. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And it played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 26. Check your hot read. 80 weapons.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap first down. Now, you still won't get a first down even if you do exactly the same thing.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Lamb. And I think the ball's out. It's going the other way. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
SOS. Check 3. Hey, check right. Watch it, divide. It's coming this way. Here we go. Go. Check.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Six man.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 18. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At
the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
They'll run with Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go,
on the return. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's our field. It's our field. Go. Hey, it's our house. Shit. shit. Mike 55, Mike 55. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Watch it, 5. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That one complete to Bettis. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. This offense so far on third down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 55. 55. Hey, eat. Come on. Mike, echo. He's coming. We got double up.
Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. On the run, it's Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the pass. Here we go. Hey, high 7. Yep. Mike 9. You must be dreaming. Mike 9.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Dolphins first down.
Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Jet.
Now a give right side. Barkley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Pilot, 64, weak. 18, Mike, 18. 5.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though,
and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Quinnen Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a give right side. Barkley. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Charlie.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Check 15, check 15.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Leo! Bang, bang! Hey, Sam off! Under 10! Five! Ready?
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready? It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Mike, 35. Safe. Yes.
They'll look to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Mike 35. Check. 35's the Mike. Cut. Zip it. Motion.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 35's the Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Shift. 80 weapon. Come on. Mike 35. You got nothing today. No. You got nothing.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Crusaders 17.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
6-6, pull it high. Here we go, Keith. Here I come. Mike 18. Hey, let's get them home.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Blue there. Mike 18. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. General West. Switch.
Now Locke gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Topper!
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Blue draw Porter. 70, Indy. Yo, Cheetah. Check safety. Shoot. Look at me. Door. Big trip.
Back to throw. Locke. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Rush in. Watch out. Teams the mic. No game on this defense. No game. Fire.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
First and goal, Miami.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Sponge. No. Pilot, 64, weak. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check the backer. Yo, faster.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is going to lose yardage here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
60 outlaw. Bring it. Check 4. 80 weapon. Mike 18. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check. Lucky. Watch 18. 18's the mic. 6'6". Pull it high. Kill. Hey. Clear. Kill. Turn up. Shoot.
On second down now. Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Saquon Barkley with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Miami, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the home team here, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.